Today we got an emergency pod coming up. You know what the deal is. Cardinals news incoming. Desert Dynasty bringing in the heat. We just got a new head coach. Coach Mike LaFleur just got hired today, Sunday morning. It's like eating pancakes and blueberries and eating your best breakfast because we got some good news. We have a lot to break down today. I'm with Sefa. I'm with Adam. Your host, Rick. Let's get this started. How are you guys doing today, boys? I mean, I think the Cardinals are in a good position, but we'll see. Like, Mike LaFleur has a ton to do. We're late on the ball to get new coaches. We don't know if we might even keep our DC, So there's a lot to talk about,
Yeah.
But welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, listeners. This is an emergency pod. We were going to wait till season 3, but we want to make sure you guys have good news and good information coming from Desert Dynasty.
Heck, yo. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it, man. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
emergency podcast out the gate. Technically this is season 2.5, right? We're in the midst of rebuilding our new season 3. And quick shout outs to y'all still tuning in, man. YouTube still going strong. We actually have our first hater on YouTube, which appreciate you, bro. He said, don't create any more seasons. You're good, man. Your 24 subscribers will be all right. Well, now we're at 30. So we do this for the love and the passion of the Cardinals. We love our haters and our supporters. So appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, crazy off season so far since we last talked. But basically, man, we went on this freaking wild head coaching carousel, and the Cardinals were the second to last team to hire their head coach, Mike LaFleur.
Basically
let's dive into it, man. Yeah, basically
last because Clint didn't choose us. Like, Clint chose Raiders and has to wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, what do you guys think about the Clint Kubiak interview, and why the hell did we wait so long to get Mike LaFleur when we knew he was going to be our guy?
I don't know what Bidwell and Austin Ford were thinking that Kubiak was even in play for us. If you have the opportunity as somebody who's pretty much going to the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold, and you can get Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman winner, who there's been comparisons, not for me, but to Tom Brady, and then he's going to go to the Raiders where Tom Brady is at. I mean, why would you not just be like, hey, fuck everybody else, I'm going to go to the Raiders? And as a Cardinals fan, or the Cardinals front office, why would you not know that he's already going to go there? And we had LaFleur in, right, for like 3 days or 2 days.
Yeah.
And we just didn't assign him right after because we were waiting for Kubiak. I thought it was a bad decision, but regardless, I'm so happy we got him. He was my number 3. I told you guys at the beginning. So
yeah, I know. No, I was surprised Adam was on him before we even knew he was a finalist. Adam was like, I really like Mike LaFleur. He's a good offensive coordinator and he has experience. And the difference was because at the time I was like, he reminds me a lot of Coach Cliff Kingsbury, but Kingsbury never coached in the NFL. And I think he Coach Mike LaFleur has 11 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
11.
He's got basically a decade in the NFL. He's been under Shanahan and Coach McVay, so he's got experience, and we're hoping the best. But yeah.
No, and I'll bring it back to the beginning, boys. When when it was the final game of the season and we lost, I remember on the last podcast I said, "How the hell is Jonathan Gannon gonna be retained for another season?" I got super pissed off. I posted a reel about it. It was under impression of all of Arizona sports media that Jonathan Gannon wasn't going to get fired. And then out of nowhere, the day of Black Monday, Jonathan Gannon gets fired, which was seen as a crazy last minute ditch effort that wasn't foreseen. So we were all surprised, but as fans, and obviously this podcast, we were excited. We were like, thank God, low key, we made the right decision. But then going through the coaching search, I was getting so scared because I was like, what are the Cardinals doing? Robert Saleh, one of our highest hot take hires that we wanted, ended up going to the Titans. And the day before he got hired, he was scheduled a second interview with the Cardinals, and they didn't get it through. So there was so much stress going through the hiring cycle with all these candidates like John Harbaugh and the guy from the Browns. What's his name again?
Stefanski? or
No, the head
Stefanski?
Stefanski. Like we knew we weren't gonna get him, but we wanted
Yeah.
him. Sean
Yeah.
McDermott because the Bills fired him. Like there's been so much going on that we didn't talk
Even
about. But
McCarthy.
yeah,
Like we wanted him
Yeah.
Mike
too.
McCarthy, like, and Brian Burns or
Brian Dable.
Brian
Brian Flores.
Flores
Oh, Flores.
and
And
Brian
Dable.
Dable. So many coaches that the Cardinals didn't go for. Mike McDaniels got fired, and we wanted him as an OC.
Yeah.
But man, it's been a crazy, wild ride, and like Adam said, Monday and Tuesday, Mike LaFleur came in to interview, and we didn't get sealed the deal, which is crazy to me because we took him to dinner, we did a full facility visit. Usually, when programs do that, that's like a top tier candidate that they want to hire, and
Mhm.
then out of nowhere, they're like, "We have an interview scheduled with Clint Kubiak." Like, we are so lucky that Mike LaFleur decided
Was
to stay
patient.
and was patient because he could have easily been like, "All right, y'all, I'm second choice to y'all. I don't want to come to Arizona."
I mean,
Yeah.
that looks like what Anthony Campanelli happened with him was, oh, hey, you guys don't really care to like make me your coach. I'm just gonna go back to what I'm doing in
Yeah.
Jacksonville. And so I thought that was gonna happen with Mike as well, because he's in a good situation with the Rams. So it was a little nerve wracking.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with the Campanelli thing. It was him or LaFleur for me once it all got said and done. I mean, the last 2 weeks, I suppose. And then once we found out, okay, he's pulling out, I'm like, okay, we have to be going with LaFleur then. Like, there's no like we must have said something to him, or kind of like you said, he might have been like, hey, you want to go with other candidates, but I'm locked into you guys. So I feel like this is just a one-way street. And at this point, I'd rather go back to the Jags, have a crazy defense again, and then next year there's going to be more coach openings. There just is every single year. So he'll kind of test his luck next year, and he'll probably be a head coach next year, to be quite honest. So as long as the defense again, keeps improving, but
I feel like the Anthony Campanelli, what do you call it? The process with getting him in second interview, I was scared at first because he's very green. He only has what 2-3 years in the NFL, but he's been
Mhm.
consistently been getting promotions every
Better.
year, and every single season he's been in the NFL, he's been doing great. So, but I was scared because I wanted someone with a lot of experience to come
yeah.
in, because we did that with Cliff Kingsbury, we did that with Jonathan Gannon, so I kind of wanted more experience.
I guess the one thing that makes me mad about the Cardinals is we were one of the first teams to fire our coach, and we were literally the last team to hire one. So it just like makes the fan base all pissed off because we're going through this process and they're like, oh, we're doing due diligence, talking to all these people. When you see people like the Bills or organizations like the Bills, they fire someone and then within a couple weeks they're already hired, or within maybe 2 weeks they hire someone because they know what they're doing. They're like, oh, hey, we're a buttoned up franchise. When we fire someone, we know we have something in place. But the
Right.
Cardinals, it looked like, oh, we're just gonna fire Gannon because semantics, because we're losing all these season ticket holders. It wasn't like off of, oh, we know who we're gonna hire. We have this set up. We just looked like a laughing stock, as an organization.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Honestly, I think Bidwell, and you guys have probably heard it all over, right? We were going to rehire Gannon, but it's just like, man, win like one or two games down the stretch just to show that, like, hey, like do something, like
Yeah.
nudge you with
Mhm.
the stick kind of thing. And he just never did it. So we
Yeah,
had to
do
fire
something.
him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I feel like it's a situation where it's just like, Bidwell knew as a business owner that you're not going to make any money at all next year if you keep Gannon around. So you had to fire him immediately to keep your fan base even slightly engaged to caring about your team. You know, maybe an attempt to try to get season tickets because I know they give those away right after the schedule, right, gets released, which it got
Mhm.
released pretty late. So, regardless, I think it was just a business move on his end. And I think we are doing our due diligence just because we have to go through the Rooney rule and we want to just look at all the available candidates at that time. And then, who knows what happens on the back end? Hey, maybe LaFleur wasn't making himself available until later. I mean, I have no idea, but I'm just saying that regardless, I think firing Gannon was probably the best decision because we had to
100%.
as a
Yeah,
as a
100%.
organization. It's just for your fan base, there's no way that you're going to keep them engaged if you kept him.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I think 100%, and I think the Cardinals, basically this coaching carousel has really opened, my eyes as a Cardinals fan to how the rest of the world views the Cardinals franchise. They view us as one of the shittiest franchises, even below the Browns, even below
The
the
Jets.
fucking Raiders, the
Raiders, who
Jets.
suck
And
dick,
I'm like,
yeah.
and all these other people are like, why the hell would Harbaugh, why the hell would McDermott or Clint Kubiak want to come,
McDaniels or
McDaniels
anyone.
want to come coach the Cardinals? And, it's crazy for me to think because I'm like, we're not that bad. Everyone's saying like how
Mm-mm.
Clint Kubiak's going to the Raiders because the Raiders have a much better squad. And I'm like, what?
No, for
And
yeah.
it's just eye opening because I'm like, I guess everyone just really thinks we're shit. And maybe we are, obviously, because we're 3 and
3 and
15.
14.
You know why everybody
Yeah,
thinks we're shit? Because everybody knows we have Kyler, and everybody thinks Kyler's shit. And then now that we
Yes.
don't have Kyler, our starter is Jacoby
Jacoby
Brissett,
Brissett.
which, whatever. He's a backup quarterback. He did his thing, though, last year to help us get through. I'm not saying Jacoby's our savior,
if you
but
Yeah.
if you're looking at a roster standpoint, Cardinals have a better roster. It's just you got to look at the head of the roster, the QB. We don't
Mhm.
have one right now, and Raiders have number 1 pick. So basically, they're gonna have the number
The
1,
edge.
quarterback, hopefully in the next year. So it looks more like a secure job for a head coach instead of like, oh, we don't know who's going to be a good quarterback. Coming into that situation, you could get a lot. It's more dangerous because let's say you suck and you go 3 and 14 again because you don't have a quarterback, then you get fired the next year. So I can see from a head coaching standpoint of why you'd pick Raiders. But in my opinion, yeah, the Cardinals have a good situation. We just
yeah.
need 1 or 2 things to go our way before our team, like let's say Ty Simpson falls in second, then we can have some kind of talk about a good quarterback situation. So
Well, when
we'll see.
when it sucks seeing those columnists and ESPN sport analysts people have like they rank the top head coaching jobs or top jobs that are available. What's the most like enticing one, right? And they
And
obviously
we're
put
on
the
the bottom.
Bills, Ravens, Steelers, and then the Cardinals are the last. And I'm like, I didn't think we were the worst job opening. I thought it was the Browns, but okay.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say, and I know I said this, and Junior, we kind of went back and forth with it. I think the Cardinals was the worst available option because I'm not saying we got a bad defense. I'm not saying we don't have
Quarterbacks.
a shit ton of talent. We just don't have a quarterback. And in this
And that's
league, it's
the important
literally
end.
talent driven, or quarterback driven. And also, it's up in the air, like what we're even going to do with Kyler. Like, hey, is Kyler good?
You're
Was
right.
he just in a bad
And
system, or
yeah.
is he literally just shit? Like, just can't do
And,
anything.
and can Monty even get a good trade for him? Because Monty so
Yes.
far hasn't. We don't see like the Kime in him where he's wheeling and dealing, whining and dining everybody, and making sure everything besides the draft is going smoothly. Like we haven't seen that from Monty. So
Steve Keim was a general manager, man.
He was
Always
amazing.
wanted to put out a team that was going to be competitive. Regardless
Mhm.
of like he fucked up, he made some bad picks, he made some bad trades, at least he was trying. Monty,
Yeah.
it just feels like he always
Too
plays the
safe.
safe card and then it makes us very mid, clearly.
And honestly, the only trade that I remember that didn't work out was Hollywood Brown.
Yes.
So, and that didn't work out because I got hurt. So,
Every other trade was really good.
yeah, he traded for D Hop for David Johnson and a 3rd round pick for D Hop in his prime. He signed JJ Watt at the end of his career, which
Yeah,
we
which
thought
is
we were going to be
crazy.
good, but he picked us
He was good. We got like
over the
8-0, I think.
Packers.
Yes.
He's from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So, but hey, all I'm gonna say is,
yeah, why did he come to Arizona, bro?
I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. But save the date right now. If we are a shit franchise again, and not because of coaching, because the product on the field is not what it should have been based off of poor decisions by the GM, we are not going to have him next year, and we're going to hire the GM from the Vikings who just got fired. Mark the date.
Yeah.
That's a hot take because I don't know. I'm not familiar with the process, but I thought every time a GM was fired, so was the head coach. Am I crazy?
No.
You don't have to
I mean,
fire the head coach.
you don't have to fire both. Yeah.
It's like it's like firing the, I mean,
You're president.
not exactly,
of
but fire the
operations or something.
presidents and then you just get another one.
Okay.
It would be rough because no one wants to like restart it organization wise with because GM is basically he controls everything.
Hey,
Coach
but
is
the
head coach.
Cardinals are going to be hot next year because the quarterback draft is going to be absolutely
Insane.
A lot
absurd
different.
next year. So I
A
think the
lot
Cardinals
different.
are going to be a hot team to want to be the GM for next year. So if Austin Ford doesn't do shit this year,
And
you know,
I really think the Cardinals. I'm hoping when we get the details, Michael LaFleur gets a 6-year deal. I really want him for a while.
yeah,
He's going to be young next year, and if we lose, that's okay.
yeah,
We're already in rebuild mode, so we just want him to be competitive and look good and have a better offense and really unlock Marvin Harrison before he gets into his payday contract year. So we're hoping that we get a long time with him. And like Adam said, if Monty doesn't work out, we can get someone that can be paired with Mike LaFleur as well.
Me knowing Michael Bidwell, I think it's going to be a 5-year contract with LaFleur, which is whatever.
Yeah.
It's just
are
freaking
coaches able
Bidwell.
to do longer deals than 5? I
Yeah.
thought it was only
The
5.
organization
You
no,
can
the
do as
organization
long
can
as you
do
want.
whatever they
Oh, okay.
want. Yeah.
It's
I
just
didn't know if it
standard.
was okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was like the same with like other job stuff where it's like 5
It's not
years.
like draftees or players, coaches. You could do whatever you want. You could
Okay,
even fire them during their contract. Like they don't have
Yeah.
to.
right. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, you could let go of a player during the contract. You still just owe him the
yeah,
money. But
yeah.
the difference with coaches and GMs, it doesn't go against the salary cap. Which, by the way, I hope that ends up changing at some point. I think with all this
Oh, because
firing and hiring,
that's why all those big organizations be getting good coaches, right? Because they don't
yeah.
doesn't count towards their
You can't,
cap.
you can't just
Like
fire a coach because he was bad and then spend $50 million over 5 years or whatever
Yes,
just to
to
get
get
the best coach
someone,
again. It's
like New
it's
yeah,
pretty
York with
messed
the
up.
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
They're paying.
yeah,
He's the highest paid head coach in
coach.
history.
That's crazy.
Like
Which, I mean,
crazy.
give him his flowers, though. He's a great coach.
Yeah,
And honestly, I think the Giants
but
are
the
going to
Cardinals would
flourish
never
with him.
do that
But
because we're
Cardinals would
freaking
never do that.
Poverty.
poverty.
We'd rather make a cantina seats or some shit in our stadium instead of having good
Oh,
fans.
Yes,
man.
So,
have
whatever.
Wi-Fi,
Midwell, what are you
upgraded
doing?
Wi-Fi.
So, what
But
do you guys think about the coordinating situation? Obviously, we have Mike LaFleur now. I saw that Raheem Morris went to San Francisco, which sucks ass. But what do you guys
yeah.
think about like who's going to be our DC? Who's going to be our OC?
Man, DC or the San Francisco 49ers always getting goated DCs is nuts to me. They had freaking
Robert.
Robert Saleh last season. Now they get Raheem Morris. Like they're always gonna have great defense. That sucks. I wanted to pair Raheem Morris with the Cardinals because that just would make our
He has
defense
a
so
relationship with
elite.
Mike
And
LaFleur
yeah,
as
and his
well.
relationship because they both were with the Rams, so
Yeah.
kind of sucks. But I think I don't think this is what I want, but this is what I think is gonna happen is we're gonna retain Nick Rallis, and he's gonna be our DC. Kind of sucks after seeing what he did with an upgraded defense last season. I guess we'll have to see.
yeah. I mean, once again, I am not sure if he was totally in control of that defense. I think maybe he
That's
was
true.
underneath like an umbrella and he had to run the scheme underneath that umbrella. That's what I personally think. I might be wrong. Who knows? But
Because his
I
defense was
was
elite before last
yeah,
season.
with
It's
So
crazy.
confusing.
fifth round draft picks, and then all of a sudden we got
Yeah.
good players, and now we just suck. I don't get
And
it.
we stopped blitzing and all that. It got
Yeah,
really confusing, man.
exactly. I mean, we all were saying it all year. Like, what are we doing? I was thinking I would love that Weaver guy from the Dolphins, but just thinking about it right now, I don't think anybody who we try to get as a head coach we're going to have as a DC. So now that
Yeah.
puts what names are out there that we didn't interview that would be eligible as a good defensive coordinator other than Nick Rallis. So I think I'm on board with you, Sefa.
And it sucks too because we're getting started really late. If we hired,
Yeah.
LaFleur a couple weeks ago, we would be in the front runnings of the Brian Dables, the freaking Raheem
Mike
Morrises,
McDaniels.
because Mike McDaniels, because they haven't been hired yet. Now all the good coordinators are getting hired, so we're gonna have to dig deep and find those gemstones like the Anthony Campanellis and other there's candidates and you can hit. It's just we wanted established one, so we didn't have to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And Michael Floor getting hired is real as it shows that Coach Gannon didn't have any hard feelings with the Cardinals because he went with his brother Matt LaFleur in Green Bay
Yeah.
and didn't talk shit. Like, imagine Cepho, you were coaching somewhere and I was trying to go to the Cardinals and you hired Adam and Adam was just the head coach and it was just like, hey, no, like, fuck
No
that
bad
place,
blood. Yeah.
But no, he had no bad blood. And he talked to his brother. He probably was just like, hey, I'm happy for LaFleur or Mike, and hopefully he can get on over there. So
I don't know if
that
you
makes me
guys know
happy about
that
that.
Yeah.
Michael LaFleur and Jonathan Gannon have the same agent. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys knew that.
Really?
dang.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
I
know
found
that.
that out on PHNX, but yeah, they have the
Damn.
same agent. So yeah, like Ricky said, if Jonathan Gannon badmouthed the Cardinals, then the agent
We
would be
would have
like,
been
"Oh,
fucked.
no, don't go to the Cardinals." So yeah,
Yeah.
Damn. That's,
He's
I
a
mean,
real
or
OG
it's a
bout.
situation where it's like, hey, Gannon just fleeced the Cardinals. Now you can come
yeah.
fleece the
Now you can
Cardinals. I
complete.
mean, so hopefully
There was a
that's not
bunch
the
of comments saying, because at first I was like, man, maybe we should keep Kyler. But the thing that's going around is saying, oh, Kyler got two head coaches fired. So a head coach coming into the system is going to be like, do I want to be the third? So that's probably why he's going to get traded. Because for the longest time, I was like, maybe we do keep him because this coaching carousel's or this QB carousel's ass.
The
But
blessing in disguise, the blessing in disguise, because the NFL draft quarterback class is so garbage, is that makes the free agents in the NFL that are quarterbacks that much more sweet, and that
trade
much
chips.
more people want to trade
valuable.
for it. So Kyler is gonna be seen as more valuable since there's nothing available in the draft. But given his track record and history, injury history, recent injury history, I don't think we get anything more than a third. But I'm praying for a second, man.
If
I
you
was going
want
to
me to
say,
be,
oh,
oh, go
sorry.
ahead, Junior.
No, no, you go, you go.
If you want me to be totally transparent and honest, I don't care what we do this year. The only way I'm taking a quarterback in this draft is in the third round. I'm not signing a crazy free agent to take Brissett's job. And I'm just stacking. I mean, this
And just
draft
wait
is
till
loaded
next
with
year.
every position except for quarterback and running back.
Yeah.
Load
Mhm.
up on the offensive and defensive line. If you got to
Mhm.
if you can get a star corner that falls to you in the second round, or if you trade up for a second first rounder, whatever it is, do that because him and Will Johnson will go crazy. And then like just load up your team so that way you're really competitive this year. You've got, young players who are going to learn the game. And then next year you get a quarterback. If you hit on that quarterback, you literally hit the ground running and it could just change the franchise for years and years to come. But
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's poverty franchises who don't take advantage and can't plan within a 3-year, 5-year span with their drafts and stuff. And they screw themselves because they're like, oh, I got to hit on this quarterback. Oh, I got to hit on this quarterback, aka the Browns.
But
I'm
Yeah.
not
look what the
talking to you.
Patriots did, man. They
Yeah.
literally, like were just saying, 2 or 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah.
were definitely not doing good. And what they had, I can't remember, was it someone was their head coach that wasn't that
OJ
good.
Mayo
Yeah, OJ Mayo, and they were
or
just
something Mayo.
okay.
Yeah.
Gerard
Gerard
Mayo.
Mayo. Yeah.
Gerard.
They were like all right, and they weren't amazing, but they consistently drafted well, and they forecasted a future. And then finally, after Drake May did decent on his last season, they fired Gerard Mayo and then brought in Mike Vrabel and just drafted well again,
Yeah,
signed Stephon Diggs, went crazy.
and that's what good organizations do. They're like, "Oh, this isn't enough. We need better coaching. We need better this
Yeah.
and that." And they got it done,
Hmm.
um and I was going to say about this quarterback class, I think the only value I would like is if Ty Simpson fell to the second, which I don't think he will. If he did, I think you'd get value out of getting him, especially if Michael LaFleur likes him. If Michael LaFleur likes him, then I'll like him. Um and we could see it'd be like a Kellen Moore situation where you get like a Tyler Shuck and train him and hopefully put out Jacoby Brissett early, and then in the end of the season, if we win out with Ty Simpson, then you have a lot better situation coming into the following season. So if Mike LaFleur likes him, I'll go with that. But like Adam said, if not, then yeah, go all in on O line, D line, and make sure we're beefed up for the following season and just rebuild this year. Jacoby can
Yeah.
get us probably 500 this year.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. And I know, and Adam definitely hates Ty Simpson, and I'm not a big fan of him either. The only thing is like if he does well in the draft process,
Combine.
like this combine
Senior
and
Bowl,
everything,
combine.
and
Yeah.
he's looking okay, like okay, he could be an NFL quarterback, and he falls out of the first because I don't no way we take a first for him. Then
No.
maybe it's just tough because like you never know with quarterbacks. You could get the Drake Mays, which I never liked him in college. He was from North Carolina, and he was like,
Yeah.
I hated him, and look at him now. So like, I mean, what if Ty
It's all
Simpson's
coaching.
that same thing? He looks okay, and then you know goes off in the NFL. That's on
Yeah.
me because I don't really know quarterbacks like that. But like, same with Josh Allen. Like, I remember when he was getting scouted, he was
People
definitely a
didn't
first
like him.
round.
I love
But
him.
I remember people were saying, "Oh, he's like a late first rounder," and then he went top 5, right, or some shit.
Yeah.
Like the
Top
Bills
10
took him in. I remember
easily.
Bills fans were pissed. There was like
Mhm.
memes about like, "Oh, remember when Josh Allen was drafted?" And the Bills fans were like, "What the fuck?" And they were
Yeah.
all so
Yeah.
pissed. And look
It-
at him now. So like, if that happened with Ty Simpson, we got him in the second, and he flourished, and he became like QB1 franchise level. Like, prove
So
me wrong, right? But I don't think that'll
this
happen.
this is the difference, and this will be the last thing I say about Ty Simpson. He might have a good draft process. My issue with him isn't when he has a clean pocket. It's when he does not have a clean pocket. He makes poor decisions. Also, he underthrows a lot of balls, just like Josh Rosen, and that's what makes me
Mm.
worry. Because if in college you're underthrowing balls, they might not get
NFL,
picked,
those are
but
picks.
in the NFL, yeah, especially against the best NFC West
Secondary
Secondary.
corners.
defenses, I mean, you're throwing 3 picks a
Nick
game. So,
Emenwari, the corner for the Seahawks.
Dude,
oh,
what's crazy is didn't
and
Cepha say
yeah,
that guy was like the best?
yeah,
And
he
we
was
I
a
didn't
said we
safety
draft
should have
from
him.
South
drafted him.
Carolina, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we didn't draft him. And I
I
wasn't
know.
mad about Walter Nolan, but still, man.
yeah. Talent. He's talented.
There's a lot of ifs and buts, but regardless, next year we have to stay healthy, and we just need to see who's going to be our DC next year. That's our
All
next
right, this is a
decision.
hot take. This is a hot take though. Do we pick up Jeremiah Love, third overall in this
Running
draft?
back, Notre
No.
Running
Dame.
back from Notre Dame.
I don't think so.
Trade
Hey,
down.
but I
Trade down. He's gonna go. He's gonna go top 10, but he's not gonna go 10.
I
So
know
he's
I
got
was
to
gonna
go
season
like
say
8.
he's
3
definitely going top
season
10.
3 is going to be starting here soon, and we're going to go insane on draft talks and hypotheticals
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah.
But since this is like 2.5 weird emergency
Yeah.
podcast,
Limbo.
currently right now in January or February 1st, me personally, no trades. Don't trade down. We're sticking pick no matter what at 3. Pick the
You're
best
crazy.
available player. I'm not gonna entertain any trades.
Listen,
me.
that's you, because me, if it's number 3 overall and you got a team that really wants Ruben Bain, or you got a team that really wants or Arvell Reese, and they trade like the farm, yeah, bro, trade down, because we need more O linemen. We need more than one D lineman. So I understand the generational talent, but you got to get more pieces. We're
If
not
we
just one
pass
piece
on
away.
Bain,
We're
I
not the
will
Eagles.
cry.
Listen, I
And
will not pass on Bain
I
at
will be a
3.
fan of his team. Yes, thank you. Don't pass on
But
him, if whoever picks him up at 3, I'll buy his jersey, and that's my new team, and we'll
hey, this
become
is what
that
I'm gonna say.
dynasty.
This is what I'm gonna say, because I know we don't want to talk about this, and we can talk about it all day. If Bain goes number 2, Fernando Mendoza 1, I want to trade down. There are several teams who have 2 first-round draft picks this year.
Yes.
2 of them are the Rams and the Cowboys. I would love the Cowboys picks. They have the number 12
They
and
at
the number
12.
20. 12 and 20.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
fine
you're
with
right
that.
in the
I'm
middle.
fine with
That's really good trade.
I really want, I don't know about you guys, but I really want Spencer Fano this year.
Want him really bad.
And I don't see him in the top 10. So I would like to trade down into those 12s, 15s,
Ricky,
even
he's
late
going
teens.
in a
top 10,
perfect
bro.
in a
We're not
perfect
We don't
world.
know. We don't
We
know.
know.
We
Hey,
don't know.
In a
There's
perfect
only
world,
two,
this
there's
is what
only
I'm
two
doing.
tackles in this draft. They're both
If-
getting take top 5.
In a perfect world, if we don't get Bain because he goes 2 or 1, what we would do is we trade down with the Cowboys. At 12, we draft the best tackle available. I don't care who it is. There's like 5 really good tackles. Best tackle available. And then at 20, we get the right guard from Penn State.
Bro,
And he's
no.
insane.
No.
Okay, listen. Okay, I got just one more thing. This is
Fine.
crazy because we
Okay,
want to talk about a lot of shit. What if Raiders don't pick up a Mendoza first? Do we trade up one spot to get Jets?
Yes.
Jets
Yes.
picks.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Jets wouldn't give it to us. Jets wouldn't give
Oh,
it to us.
dude.
They would take him, bro. They would take him.
Yeah, they really would.
What I would want to ask to you guys is, what if we could trade up to 1 to get Fernando?
If we
What do
could,
we have to
the
give
trade.
up? What do we have to
Oh
give
my
up?
God.
And
I don't
would
wanna
the
give
Raiders
more
accept
than-
it?
I don't want to give more than 2 first rounders. So I would give this year's
would.
and next year's.
I think that's automatic. That's automatic. 2 first rounders, easy.
Yeah. So 2 first rounders. So this year and next year, because obviously then we've got their quarterback of the future. And
Maybe
then
bundle
we're
Kyler Murray as well.
Yeah,
we're
Kyler
gonna
has
have to
be in the
bundle
deal.
Kyler. No, actually, we won't be able to unless they do something with Geno Smith. So that's the only thing we
Oh.
have to keep eyes on because they can't afford it.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
But then we're gonna have to lump in like 2 more picks, like day 1, day 2 picks. So
And or players, Baker
and
or
a couple
someone.
players.
Yeah.
Damn.
It
Okay.
would take a lot because remember when the San Francisco 49ers traded up till number 2 or 3 to get Trey, that one dude that sucked. I forgot
Well,
his
last
last name.
year, the Jaguars, the Jaguars,
Oh,
they did
traded up
Travis
to
Hunter.
2 to get Travis Hunter was a shit ton of picks. So we're gonna pay we would have to pay the freaking farm to get it.
Especially since there's only one quarterback this year.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but what if Monty's like, I'm gonna lose my job, all in, trade the
Yeah.
Cardinals' future, give me Mendoza.
I can't do what the Suns did, bro. I can't do it.
No,
I can't do what the
no,
Suns
that's
did
too
for
much.
Fernando Mendoza because next year's draft is stacked. So
Yeah.
we
I
get to
don't think-
handpick it.
I don't think Monty does it. What if we fleece the Raiders though? Like we low key won the trade because they didn't accept it.
Raiders fans
They
are
would
going
veto.
to riot, dude. You think Oakland's ghetto right now, dude? That
Yo.
city is burning to the ground if they trade that number 1 overall draft.
They're like, Mendoza was ours. Hey, if Mendoza came to the Cardinals, you know how much like the Cardinals kingdom
my
would love him,
gosh.
bro.
Oh yeah.
It'd be
I
insane.
would say it's all because of LaFleur. I'm putting it on him. I'm not even giving Austin
Yeah.
for credit. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. Oh man, we'll see what happens though.
Man.
We'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I
we'll
mean,
have some mock drafts and talks later, but
yeah, definitely
yeah.
our next step right now, just as a Cardinals organization, get a DC. Decide who you're moving on that with, so that way you can go to your assistants and don't end up with a bunch of college assistants. Just please don't do that. So
Yeah,
100%.
But shit, good,
All right,
good little
boys.
podcast today, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this emergency podcast. We got a lot of stuff coming up on the horizon for season 3. But stay tuned, stay locked in, and we love y'all. Any last words?
yeah, let us know
Nah,
who
man.
you guys want as a DC. If there's any names out there that you guys are like, hey, this is a hot, trendy kind of coordinator or assistant, let us know, and we'll definitely look into them and shout you guys out. Beginning of season 3.
Oh,
Yeah, and drop a like, leave a follow, leave a comment, and we're grateful for you guys and keep it 100.
Keep it 100, baby.
See y'all later.
All right,
See y'all
y'all.
later. Happy off season.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
All right.
Damn, I miss this song, low key. Feels like forever.
Yeah, no,